Greetings, my name is Bongadladla. I'll be doing a demonstration to my final year project. As you can see the setup here, the name of the project is the IoT-based smart irrigation system. So these are the components that I used for this project. As you can see here, this is the capacitive soil moisture sensor, which I'll be using to measure the water content in the soil. This is the DHT11 sensor. This one is used to measure the soil temperature and humidity. Here in this container I have the water pump, which is used to pump the water through the pipe to the soil. I also have the water level sensor here, the red component here. The red component is used, I used it to measure the watermark of the container. So if the water passes below this level sensor, it will indicate that refill of the container is needed. So basically it's not used to give the actual volume or water remaining in the soil, used at the mark. So if the water passes here, then it will give a feedback. This is the LCD. The LCD here, as you can see, it displays the pump status. For now it says on because the soil moisture sensor is not put into the soil. So if the pump is pumping the water from the container, it will display on. If it's not pumping off, I have the LED here. This LED is used to counteract the problem, to solve the problem. Usually this water pump doesn't work well, especially with this container, because it is it is a small water pump, so it can't pump the water of this if the pipe is this steep. As you can see here, it's very steep. So this LED, I use this LED to indicate if the water pump is pumping the water. So if the motor is not working, you can see there the LED can display that the water pump is pumping. Okay, let me take you through the first experiment. So here, okay, before I get to that point, I have the app here, the app that I used to display the results. I use this app, I created this app using the MIT app inventor. As you can see, this is my home page. It has the name Smart Irrigation System, by the name of the user is Bonga, surname, student number 216039205. So it has the exit button. It also has the results. So let's go to the results page. As you can see here, it says the readings from the sensor. This is where the results will be displayed once it connects to the Bluetooth module. As I discussed in the slides, that I use the Bluetooth module to create this app, to connect this app with Arduino. So here it has the home screen button, also the send data, the data that is displayed on the app. You can send it to Firebase console to store the data. So this is the Bluetooth connect button. You click this button. These are the available devices to connect with. As you can see here, this is my Bluetooth module. So let's connect to it. Immediately when the as you can see, these are the results immediately when it's connected to the Bluetooth module. So these are the readings from the sensor, and it displays the result here. It displays the pump status and the water status if the refill is needed to the container. Okay, let me take you through the experiments that I conducted. So here, this is the soil moisture sensor. We want to check if you see the moisture is reading minus 21%. So you want to check if the soil moisture is changing or not. So now what I'm gonna do is to put this soil moisture sensor into the soil and observe the readings from the soil moisture sensor. So as you can see now, it's reading 9%. So there's 9% of the soil moisture sensor, and the water pump is still on, as you can see on the LCD there, that the water pump is still on. So the soil moisture sensor is still below the threshold value, the predetermined value, and the LED indicates that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is to pour water into the soil to check if the percent changes as discussed in the document. Okay, so you see now the moisture sensor is 16%, so it changes slowly. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's supposed to be reading more than. So as you can see now, it's reading 25% of the soil moisture. So the pump status is off, as you can see on the LCD display. Also the LED now, it says the LED is also now not on, so it indicates that the water level in the soil is above the predetermined value, so no more irrigation is needed. As you can see here in the app, it also says the pump status is off, and also the moisture is 29%. So now we're gonna check if the water level sensor is working. Okay, we'll do that by, since this motor doesn't want to pump, I'll just reduce the water manually from the container. So as you can see now, the water is below our watermark level, our water level sensor. So the readings now from the app, the water level it's reading 5, and it indicates that the water status refill water is needed, as you can see. So my water level sensor is working very well. So after recording all these values from the sensors, I can store the data using the send data button. But the error that I encountered here is, you can see the humidity value is there, temperature is there, moisture 30%, water level 4, but it cannot be stored in the real-time database because the Firebase must not, it says the data must not contain these characters is shown in this app. So that was the issue that I encountered. Oh, okay. This is the soil temperature sensor, and it also senses the humidity of the soil. Okay, let's see if it displays the temperature of the soil. If we put it just on top of the soil, so you can see here, here's the temperature. It's reading the room temperature actually, which is 25.30 degrees Celsius, and also the humidity, which is 60%, as you can see. Yeah,